Hello everyone and welcome. You know, a lot of my viewers are DIYers just like myself. As a DIYer, taking care of problems around the house or around the shop, sometimes you need to deal with electrical issues. Electricity is not something that should be taken lightly, since it can hurt you or even kill you if you're not careful. So in an attempt to keep myself and my viewers safe, I decided to try out this new set of tools that I just got. Now you can always do electrical repair with normal tools, but insulated tools that are specifically made for electricians and electrical work are always that much safer. So today we're going to be looking at a kit of insulated screwdrivers and pliers that should help you get the job done while keeping you nice and safe. So if you've been looking for an affordable set of electrician's tools to do electrical repair while staying safe, then stick around as I unbox and test this puppy. Alright guys, when you unbox this puppy, this is everything you get. So let's talk a little bit about some of the features that these guys have, but before we get started testing this guy, do me a big favor and hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. That way you get notified every time I do another product review video, DIY project, or a sale at a big box store where I can help you save more money. Alright then, so this is a 10-piece screwdriver and plier set from Kripop. Available on Amazon, link in description below. At the time of making this video, this kit retails for $99.99 or $100. So what do you get when you unbox this guy? Well, you get 6 screwdrivers, 4 pliers, and 2 stackable cases that you can put together, and I'll show you in a little bit. Now, the dimensions on each one of these cases, you're talking about 13 inches by 9 inches by about 3 inches in thickness, and they only weigh a few pounds. Obviously, it weighs more if you put more of these cases together. Now this is a 10-piece set of Electricians pliers and screwdrivers that are insulated and rated to meet ASTM F1505 and IEC 6900 ratings, plus VDE and GS certifications up to 1000 volts AC and 1500 volts DC. In short, that means that they're made to keep you safe from any nasty electrical shocks. Now these tools are made from chrome vanadium steel, and the screwdrivers have hardened tips on them. All these tools come with insulated TRPP non-slip handles, and they're ergonomically designed to reduce fatigue. All these tools come in convenient stackable storage cases that can be arranged in any order that you like or stacked in any order that you like, and you can add more cases to the stack if you please. Aside from that, they come with a foam insert that you can also place in a tool cart or a cabinet if you want to do that and keep them easily accessible and nicely organized. So as a DIYer, most of us prefer to do projects around the house or around the shop because we enjoy doing things for ourselves and you can save money at the same time. But that doesn't mean that you should cheap out on safety. Having a good set of insulated, properly rated electrician's tools can help you do your work properly and safely at the same time. So let's take a little closer look at these guys and then we'll see how they perform. Alright guys, so let's take a little closer look at these tools and see if they're really worth the money. First of all, these guys, this kit that I got comes in 2 cases, but you can get more cases and stack them all up together and get as high as you want to go. They do come with a removable handle, and the handle basically gets attached to the cases. I'll show you in a moment, but it is a metal handle. This part here is like an aluminum alloy, and then the sides are plastic. And you see right there, you insert them basically wherever you want. Now, these guys basically open on the front side here, or, you can put them both on the front, or you can turn them around the other way. They lock in either direction. So if you want to have one facing forward and the other one facing backwards for whatever orientation works for you, it'll work either way. They have this lockable system, and you see right there, they all come with this part, so you can put the handle on any one of them and use it that way. You can have 2, 3, 4, whatever, or just one. And they have this lockable system here on all of them. So see, I could attach another one down here if I wanted to, and they work on a simple unlock and lock method. Right there, it's locked. If I unlock it, then it comes right off. So they have this simple little system right there where they all lock and they're interconnectable. They're like Legos. They basically have the same shape as a Lego, and you can connect them any which way you like. But like I said, if you want to have one facing forward and one facing backward, you can do that. They connect in any which way you want to do that. So, and the locks are the same on both sides. So that's pretty convenient. Now let's unlock this guy and we'll take a look at some of them individually. And we'll start off. There you go. There's the, the name, the logo right there. And a nice clear top to it. So you can see into it and you can see what the different tools are that you have in there. And that way you know exactly what you're going for. Then when you open it up, like I said, you have a nice foam insert right there. Nice colorful yellow and red, just like, the tools themselves. And they are all marked as to what tool goes where. So that makes it easy to identify. So let's take a look at the individual tools themselves and do a little comparison. All right, guys, let's take a little closer look at the individual tools and see how they compare to existing tools that I already have. And that's the reason that I decided to get these guys, because they are really big and really beefy. I mean, as you see right there, this is a lineman's tool right there, your typical electrician's tools. And this is one that I've had for years, and I've used it for a lot of electrical projects. It has served me well and done the job just fine. But this is obviously a much better brand compared to that one. Better quality, much beefier. And I know in a video, it's kind of difficult to see what is beefy and what is not. The size difference, that's pretty obvious, right? So let me show you as far as the weight difference goes. Now, I have this little scale right here. And let me zero it out. There we go. So you see I have it set to ounces, right? Now let's put my old one right there. And it is 7.55 ounces, okay? Keep that in mind. We put this guy on here. And it is 19.19 ounces. That tells you right there what a difference in weight this guy has when you compare the two. This guy is double the weight of this one, a little more. And it tells you right there on the tool itself, all the different ratings and so forth that it has, the different patents, all that kind of stuff. So it tells you that this guy is a definite electrician's tool. And it does have the little stops right there so your hand doesn't slip or anything, where this one doesn't. I mean, like I said, it's done the job perfectly fine, not a problem. I cannot complain. But this is a vast improvement over that one. And it has your crimping tool and all that right there, which the other one doesn't have. But it is a beefy little guy. I mean, look at the jaw size. The jaw is double the size of my old one. So definitely a massive improvement over the previous one. Let's look at some of the other ones. Now, again, the same thing here. If you want to look at a side cutter, this is a side cutter that I've had for a long time. This is a new one from Cripop right there. Now, this one has a little curvature to it. You can see right there. It is curved, so you can get close to something and keep your hands away from it. You see right there how it curves up to give you a little bit maneuverability, where this one is not. This one is just totally flat. I mean, tiny little curve on there, but not as much as that one. This one, the whole thing has an arc, where this one's just right at the head there. So, I mean, they're not bad. This one has served me well for many years, done a good job, and I painted it red to make it more stand out. And, it got a little bit, I've had it so long that it's got some surface rust and stuff, so I've had to clean it up a few times, let's put it that way. But this one is, again, massive. It's a little heavier, not much of a difference, not like the lineman pliers. That one was a massive difference. This one is fairly lightweight, because obviously you want to be able to use it and get in to do stuff and so forth, and just cut, do whatever you need to do. So this one's a little lighter, about the same weight as this one, not much of a difference, but you can see the size of it is bigger than this one. You see right there, it is much bigger. So again, you can tackle bigger projects and stuff like that. Thicker, heavier, beefier line, that kind of stuff. Let's see some of the others. Now, some needle nose pliers. Here you go. Again, these are my needle nose pliers that I've had for the longest time. Not bad. They do the job, and they have your typical cutting area back there and all that. Lightweight, not very heavy at all. This one's a little bit heavier because more metal up here, and you have the insulated handles down there. So obviously it's going to give you a little bit more weight and bigger size too. Because I mean, look at it. If you put them both up here together, look at the difference of the two. This one is obviously much smaller than that one. Done the job for me for many years, but this is going to work out a whole heck of a lot better, and it's much thicker insulated than this. These guys that I've showed you so far, like I said, you can work with regular tools and so forth. They are insulated, but much less than these guys. Look at the difference in the thickness of the insulation right there on these two guys. Which one would you trust if you were dealing with electricity and may possibly come across a live wire? Of course, you really should not work with live wires, especially if you're not a professional. If you're a professional, I hope you have been well trained and you know what you're doing. But if you're a DIYer, stick to not working with live wires. But sometimes you never know, something may be live even though you may think it's not. So that's why you have safety built in here to prevent any kind of problems. But this one is much more insulated than that one. So there you go on that. And then here you go looking at your crimping tool. Now this is a more professional crimping tool. It even has a spring and everything to it, and it locks in place, so it makes it much easier to work with. With the spring in there, it makes it very convenient. And you have all the different holes and crimping and cutting and all that kind of good stuff, and you lock it up. Very convenient. This one, on the other hand, has no spring. I've had this one for decades, and it's done the job. I mean, it's a cheapy little one. I'm sure a lot of you guys have something very similar to this on hand. And it has all the holes for doing all the crimping and all that stuff. Not the most accurate in the world, never given me the best kind of crimping in the world. But you know what? I got it, like I said, a long time ago, and it's done the job. But this is a cheapy $4 or $5 tool, where this is a much better tool. This one has relatively no insulation whatsoever. This has serious insulation on it. So obviously much safer going with this guy than this guy here. All right then, so the kit brings you two different lengths of slotted and Phillips as well. It brings you more Phillips than slotted, but you have two different lengths, so you can go longer or shorter depending on the one you prefer. Now, whenever I've done electrical work, these are the screwdrivers that I've used. This one has a little bit better, this Husky one that I actually found. This one actually has a plastic rubbery coating to it, so it's probably a little bit better insulated than these old Craftsman that I've had. But I've had these for 30 years now or something, and they've done the job just fine. 30, almost 40 years. My goodness, how time flies. So they've done the job just fine. But these are not insulated. I mean, you can touch the wrong thing with all this exposed metal, where this one here is insulated, and you have the hardened tip, which is the only part that's exposed. This one, everything is fully exposed, so you put yourself in more danger. You have to be a lot more careful with what you're touching, because you could touch the wrong thing. So these are not ideal for electrical work. If that's all you got, then obviously that's all you use, because that's all I've got. That's what I've always used for all these years, but not ideal. Now I'm stepping up with the big boys here, and I have some professional tools here to do a much better job. Like I said, I mean, for $100, how much is your safety worth? That's the way you got to look at it. Is your safety worth $100? Taking a nasty shock, is it worth saving $100 to really shock or hurt yourself or burn yourself? No, it's definitely not worth it. $100 you blow on silly little things. $100 doesn't buy you much these days. So having a good set of tools for $100, I think is really definitely a vast improvement. So these are the slotted. Let's take a look at the Phillips. All right, so here we have the Phillips. Again, you have a short version of the Phillips and a longer version of the Phillips. And then you have a square drive also, which I may have square tools with some other ones that are modular, and you can swap out the bits, but they're not electrically rated, okay? These are rated for using with electricity. The other ones are not, so they're really not meant for the same thing these guys are. But as far as tools that I've had and used all this time, again, an old Craftsman that's 30 years old or so, and a rigid screwdriver that, again, I find these random tools sometimes, and you just keep them. It's amazing how many random tools I have that are not part of a set. But, I'm not going to throw things away. I don't believe in throwing things away as long as they're still useful. But it's always nice to have a nice matching set of stuff. These guys are, again, insulated, hardened tips, rated for using it up to 1,000 volts, like it says right there, where these guys definitely are not. I've had to be extra careful when working around electricity with tools like this. With these guys, basically, it's more of a built-in insurance. I'm still going to be careful. Obviously, you should never be careless. That's foolish. Nobody should be careless when you're dealing with any kind of thing that can hurt you, like electricity, heavy equipment, stuff like that. But this is basically another set of insurance that I'm building in, because they will protect me against any kind of mistakes or unintended consequences, problems that we may not realize. So this set is very good. I mean, look at the handles. I mean, again, a nice rubberized handle there, non-slip. And then you can hang them if you want to. You have holes in all of them, so you can hang them. And they're lightweight. They're not really, really heavy. They're very comfortable to use, and you can maneuver them and do whatever you want. Where some of these other ones get a little bit on the heavy side. Some of them sometimes do, but this is very comfortable. Actually, I can see that getting it into a place and maneuvering it. And again, very anti-slip. Your hands are not going to slip on this, where this kind of a smooth plastic over time, if your hands get sweaty, you have gloves and they get some oiliness on them or something, these can slip out of your hand. But these guys, I must say, really nice texture to them. Makes it very easy to use them without any slippage or problem whatsoever. So I think they look really good. I kind of like them. They're very, very nice. All right, guys, let's test out these tools and see how they perform. Now, I'm not going to be working with live wire or anything like that. You got to trust me. They are Electricians tools. That's what they're meant for. I'm not going to be testing it with live wire or any of that kind of stuff. The ratings, those are all tested and graded, and that's just the way it goes. But let's see how they work as physical tools. Here we got some Romex, and you got your typical 3-line Romex right there. So let me cut off a section. So if I want to use this, I got to cut off a section. Let me use the cutter and go through that. And there you go. Cut it off without any trouble whatsoever. There's your 3-line right there. It cut through all 3, no problem. Now let me cut this sheath off, and that way we can do some testing. All right, so here we have 3 individual strands of wire. Let's do some stuff with them. Let's see, let's try out this little cutting tool right here as far as cutting and as far as stripping. So cutting, let's see, how does it cut? Yeah, no trouble at all. Cut right through the edges very easily, insulated or non-insulated. Cut on there. Let's see, let's strip some of the cover on here so we can do a little bit of crimping. Let's put it back a little bit further. And there you go. Cut that off very easily. Cut this guy off of here. There you go. Cut that off very easily. That's your typical job for these guys here. Now, what if we wanted to put these two together? Let's say we had, 2 different lines that we had to put together. Now, a lot of times, a lot of electricians and people that want to go quick, they just put a wire nut on it and twist a wire nut and leave the 2 of them like that separated. I don't like to do that. I like to have a physical bond between them. That way, if the wire nut backs off, gets loose, whatever, you'll still have a connection. So for that, that's what you use this big boy for. So let me hold it with this other one that I have here. That way I can hold it on there, because in my hand it'll probably slip. And then you take this guy and you just twist them together. Then you can put them together nice and tight. There you go. Crimp them together nice and tight. Then you put the wire nut on that, and that is not coming apart no matter what you do. So that's what that guy is for. Took care of that without any trouble. And then if you want to cut them apart, that's what this guy's for. No trouble at all. If you want to do something, let's say with the needle nose, you wanted to get in somewhere and, put a little pigtail on something, there you go. That did a great job on that. No trouble whatsoever. Twist it around a little bit more. Yeah. There you go. Did a good job on that one with the needle nose pliers right there. And if you want to cut something off, this guy will do a good job for that as well. So they all have good cutting to them. They'll cut things apart with no trouble at all. So there you go. That used it up quite nicely. These guys all did the job that they're supposed to do as far as electrical tools for electricians and so forth. But screwdrivers, they're screwdrivers. They screw stuff in. I'm not going to bother showing you how those guys work, but so far these guys, they do a really good job as far as pliers are concerned. So there you go. All right, guys, there you have it, a review and demonstration of a very convenient and affordable set of Electricians pliers and screwdrivers from CripUp. I think this kit does a great job. You get 10 pieces, 6 screwdrivers, and 4 pliers, all rated for high voltage electrical work, both AC and DC. They're all very solid and beefy. They feel solid in your hands, like they can handle just about any type of electrical wiring repair. You saw how easily the pliers handled your typical Romex without any trouble at all. For only a few dollars, you should definitely step up your game and get yourself some really well-insulated, safe electrician's tools if you ever do any kind of electrical repair. Don't trust cheap tools with your life. Get the good stuff and keep yourself safe. Check the links below for all the information. Hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye for now.